We've officially entered the territory of creating hybrid creatures, and they're not just surviving. These creatures are thriving. In my first episode, I talked about this company called Colossal Biosciences. In their quest to resurrect the woolly mammoth, they created mammoth mice. And they did this by editing 7 genes into lab mice, giving them thick, curly fur and cold resistance. But we're not talking about mammoth mice. We're talking about mice with human organs. So science has just created mice with functioning human intestines, livers, and yes, even brain cells. This is real and it's happening right now. So modern chimeras are organisms containing cells from multiple species. While they do occur naturally and have been created in labs before, this new approach represents a major breakthrough. The research team tackled 2 major challenges: keeping human cells alive in a foreign environment and controlling where those cells end up. So their solution: instead of using early stage stem cells, they use organoids, these 3-dimensional tissue models grown from mature human cells. They programmed these organoids to develop into gut, liver, and brain tissue, then injected them into pregnant mice. No. But anyway, the human organoids found their way to corresponding organs like biological GPS systems. So gut organoids to intestines, liver organoids to liver, and brain organoids to brain. Oh my God. What are we doing? About 10% of the mice showed human cells in their intestines, making up roughly 1% of the total tissue. Human cells were also detected in brains and livers. Most importantly, these cells were functioning. They were producing human proteins and remaining healthy months after birth. This could revolutionize organ transplantation by growing human organs inside animals, addressing the critical shortage affecting thousands of patients worldwide, which I get it. You hear the stories all the time. People on these crazy waiting lists not knowing if they're going to get an organ in time to be able to survive. So absolutely, I get the why. But they said the human cells were detected in the brain. Are we building new life forms or just solving a problem with very squishy and potentially doomsday consequences? Like, we are messing with creatures where one female can reproduce 100 pups a year. Imagine if just one escapes and then somehow meets up with an escaped mammoth mice and decides to reproduce. Like, what becomes it? I don't want to think about it. I don't want to live in a world where that's the case, so we're just not going to go there. But I will say this reminds me of James Patterson's Zoo, which was also turned into a series. So in Zoo, animals started exhibiting strange hybrid-like behaviors. Lions attacking tourists, household pets turning on owners, and just really animals coming to the conclusion that humans are only at the top of the food chain because of weapons. And the cause of why this happened, it's a variety of factors, including technology overreach, what we see around us every day, aka scientists were manipulating genetics in ways that blur the lines between species. Well, it's looking like fiction just became fact, y'all. I hope you guys are ready.